Alright guys, Casey Moto back at you. It's been a long time, haven't done much reviews, been trying to finish up school, graduated, had a kid, so here we are, probably a year past a decent review. And me and my buddy Bryce got up early this morning. It's December 1st. Left Kansas City, came down here to Rogers, Arkansas, to the Heritage Motorcycles here, because I heard they were having a demo and that there was going to be a 116 on the demo truck. So here we are, gonna give this bad boy a spin, try and get a video up for y'all and give you guys a seat of the pants feel. Alright guys, I'm getting treated here a little bit. Our ride leader is going to just take me out, so I get to, he's like, so what do you want to do? You want to go on the expressway? You want to do some residential area? What do you want to do? I'm like, you know, we can get on the freeway for a minute, see what it does on the on-ramps, and get into some residential area, see what that low-end torque's going to do. So he's going to take me on a impromptu ride, and a little bit different than what the other routes are doing. Let me get geared up here, sorry guys, but a little excited because he's willing to take me out just by myself here, and everybody's telling me I'm going to enjoy the hell out of it. So supposedly there's only 3 of these in existence at this point in time. I'm hoping I can get a first review up here. Make sure I'm clear here, and we're going to get out on this thing and go. So they're telling me that they've increased the throttle by wire, so you get 80% of the power in the first 50% of the turn of the throttle, if that makes any sense at all to you. So it's a little jumpy off the line, but beyond that, a little throttle control or clutch control helps, and you can tell it's snappier for sure. I'm excited. Also, the 2018s, they've got more condensed control here and here, so you can actually reach stuff now, which is fantastic, because I've got the 2016 and I've got to reach for everything. I'm used to a hill shift, I don't have it. Oh, okay. Yep, she gets up and goes. There's a significant, in my opinion, seat of the pants feel from the 111, and I've got a Chieftain with stage 2 cams, Power Commander 5, Vance & Hines slip-ons with the crossover. I do not have the Jewel duals, and I think that's a better thing. And I have a stage 1 Indian air cleaner as well. Putting down 111 foot-pounds of torque and 96 horsepower, and that thing will break loose the rear tire through second gear, and I'm thinking this thing is going to be enjoyable for everybody. I have a feeling they'll end up putting this into the Elite, which will increase its price, of course, but I think it's going to be well worth it. If any of you guys are thinking about getting a 17 and up, because I believe that's the only thing the kit fits on, and looking for some more performance, a little more power, just in the first 2 minutes of riding this thing, I'm like a giddy schoolgirl. Ooh. That throttle's just so much more snappier. I'm not used to it yet. Oh man, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna be a low RPM friendly bike. Anything above 2 and you're good. You get down in that 18 to 1000 RPM range, and it's a little jerky. It's probably going to be the worst review yet, because the ride guy had just gotten back. He's like, hey man, you want to go out? I'm like, yeah, let's do this. So not a lot of time to prepare, and like I said, we just drove in from Kansas City this morning, and the first 100 miles was brutally fucking cold, and it warmed up. The sun came out for a little bit. We got down here to Rogersville, and we've got overcast. It's still about 50, 52 degrees out. Actually, I'm reading 63 on the temperature gauge right now. So hopefully we can get out of here before dark and get home before it gets too damn cold out. Said once we get past this construction, it opens up a bit. So this stretch of 49 in Arkansas, I guess it's not really 49, I don't know what it is now, but it's been under construction for like 4 years. So here we go, 5th gear, 32, 3100 RPM. Pretty solid little roll on there. Didn't see what my miles per hour were, but looked like maybe 70 to 80 pretty quick there. So we're gonna do a short jaunt, like I said, here on the freeway, and then we are gonna go through some residential areas, which I'm actually kind of, with his twitches, his throttle is, I'm actually kind of nervous about that. I haven't been nervous to ride a bike in a long time, but this thing is just putting down so much torque to this rear wheel at a low RPM, and then with the increase of throttle response on the fly-by-wire throttle, it makes for a probably a fairly unforgiving response if get yourself into a little bit of trouble, aren't pay attention to the road conditions. In 6th gear, you know, compared to mine, I don't think it's really got that much more pickup, but I think it's going to become a get a little head buffeting here. Ooh. So they switched some of the controls around on me. Let me make sure I got this. The yeah, there we go. The windshield's on the right now, and they added a cool feature to it though. I can show you that when we get back. But if you double tap up, it goes all the way up. Double tap down, goes all the way down. Like an automatic window. Pretty neat. This one's running with the new stage 1 intake. It's got a little more breathability to it. We're gonna get down into a 3rd gear here. 3rd gear, we're at 35. Man, that thing is snappy. To be quite honest, it seems much more responsive in a I'm not really sure how to explain it, but there's no lag at all, and I think some of that has to obviously do with the retuning of the fly-by-wire and putting 80% of that throttle power within the first 50% of the turn. The engine seems to be revving more freely. I get no noise from it. We'll check when we get on these residential areas, but I just don't, I'm not hearing any of the telltale signs of any clacking or anything of the sort. slow her down here a little bit. It's 55 through here, maybe 65. So our ride leader here, he's pretty cool. So first video I saw from this, or about the 116, was from Indian, and man, it couldn't have been but 3 weeks ago. The gentleman who drives the demo truck told me that there are only 3 of these in existence at this point in time. I've been searching daily for someone to do a review and get it up online, because I know there are people who have journalistic abilities to get at one of these sooner than me, but yet here I am, and I'm really hoping that I can get this up and get this video edited and ready to go, so everybody can kind of see a first ride in review. I still love the way the Indians turn in. I feel like I could turn in on these things for days. There we go, 40 to 60, a little lag, 60 to 80, 4th gear, wow, up to 90. That's pretty impressive. So when I first came off from 2nd to 3rd and shifted, there was definitely a slight, very tiny, slight lag in the throttle response. Could be just a tuning issue, fueling issue, I'm not really sure. I'd assume this has maybe a factory tune. It may have a power command. I didn't see it in the on the list of things that were done to it. Dude, yeah, it's like, yes, very cool. Yeah, so my guy's being super cool with me here. Get back over. This is the first time I've actually, I don't want to say the first time I've had a cool ride leader at all, because most of them are really cool and very patient. So but just to be able to go out on my own solo tour with this guy, I mean, I'm giddy. I'm like, who am I? But here we are. Nice throaty exhaust. So this, like I said earlier, this has the Stage 1 Indian, Stage 1 slip-ons. Still has the stock headers, so it has the crossover, and the newer Indian air cleaner, the force induction, if you will. I think they were claiming, man, I want to say they were claiming like 7% gains with that new induction. I can't remember, maybe 5% in horsepower, 7 torque or something like that, or 7 horsepower, 5 torque. I don't recall. I looked at it briefly once, but in any route, just an FYI for you all, I guess. You can make your own judgments here. That's interesting. I wonder if Indian will allow us to do throttle-by-wire adjustments in the future with our older bikes, if we'll have tunes that we can, little cards, flashcards or something that we can buy to try and get a little bit more of that power earlier in the throttle turn. Doesn't have nearly as much engine braking as mine does, or the stock engine with stage 2 cams. I'll show you this windshield thing real quick. Double tap. There she goes.
I can't ride like that with anybody else. I got a big crew.
He's saying I can't ride like that with anybody else. Hey, thank you. Thank you. This thing, oh, amazing. Amazing, yeah. The throttle response. I love having that 80% in that first 50. Takes a little getting used to, but oh, it makes a difference. In any route, if
the demo truck's coming near you anywhere, anytime soon. Like I said, I drove down to Arkansas from Kansas City today. Drove down to Rogers, Arkansas from Kansas City today to get on this thing. I was just so excited about it, you know. And we're really having wonderful weather for end of November, beginning of December here. It's supposed to be all of 65 degrees tomorrow in Kansas City, so I can't complain. Get out and ride as long as you can. But yeah, if there's a demo truck, like I said, coming anywhere near you, and it might have the 116 on it, or it does have the 116 on it, get out to your local Indian dealer and give this thing a go. Because, man, I'm jealous. Jealous.